Well, I think Stephen Harper caused this election. But what's not debatable is that he caused the 2008 election all on his own, violating his own law on regular election dates. And he caused the 2006 election in a reckless coalition with the New Democrats and the Bloc. So if we're going to be annoyed about frequent elections, then we have to give credit where credit is due. One other little thing, I hate to take time here, but Tim Uppal's response on the abortion question was very carefully worded. There will be no government bill. For those of you who are worried that a Conservative majority will do things that they're not willing to tell the Canadian people, there's no better evidence. They're clearly planning on bringing in a private member's bill if they get a majority. Whatever you think on that issue, you should agree that they should have the decency to tell the Canadian people now what they will do with the majority. If you're worried about a Harper majority, you have good reason. And so what can we do about it? Now, I have a tremendous respect for Jim Ford. I have argued continually in this election that people of Canada, and especially our elected representatives, need to put certain ethical principles above loyalty to a party. And the Jim Ford campaign at its heart is about putting a certain principle above party loyalty. But the question is, does that message get through when you go to Ottawa and say, I'm really mad at you, I'm going to sit with you and vote with you? And I'm not sure that it does. But the message gets through if you vote for Rick Shostak. If you think that this country would be better served by a Conservative Party that operates differently from today's Conservative Party, if you yearn for those days of Joe Clark's Progressive Conservatives, who now suggests that we vote Liberal, by the way, then I urge you to vote for Rick Shostak, because they'll be looking at me across the House every day, and I'll remind them, and I will speak to Jim's concerns in particular on a regular basis so that they're reminded why thousands and thousands of lifelong Conservatives decided to vote for Rick Shostak. And the other plea I would make here, if you consider yourself a progressive voice, if you were a former progressive Conservative, okay, they took that word out of the title for a reason. If you might otherwise be tempted to vote for Chris Valley, a wonderful guy, or the New Democrats, I'm the progressive candidate who can win. If you want, so we've talked a bit, I am absolutely dedicated to fiscal responsibility, but at the same time I want to work for a healthier environment, better health care, access to education for all citizens. If that's the sort of progressive message that you want to be sending to Ottawa, then Rick Shostak is the one who can take that message for you. I would be honored to serve you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick.